Here we have a vehicle so big it requires a staircase to use. Today, we aren't just looking at another budget grocery getter. No. Today, we're boarding the Buckingham Miljet. These gigantic machines are responsible for ferrying around some of the world's greatest state destabilizers, everyone from corrupt government officials to overzealous military powers, and even our actual government, the corporate CEOs and billionaire moguls. Though the Miljet in particular seems to cater towards the military more, given its lack of classical music and caviar. With all that being said, for the life of me, I cannot comprehend why these people would even bother owning such an impractical mode of transportation. To say the Miljet is at a disadvantage on public roads would be about as big of a lie as determining a country with oil you want in it has nuclear weapons. You see, the Miljet has this weird spoiler setup going on. It doesn't quite make sense. One on the top and one in the midsection. Aside from raising every street sign and oncoming vehicle taller than a bar stool, these spoilers severely limit the turning radius of the Miljet. In fact, most of your commuting experience will be fighting to make sure these wheels don't raise up above the pavement. Somehow, Buckingham has created the opposite of a spoiler. In my opinion, this is an incredible oversight. And don't even get me started on the handling. Sharp turns threaten to tip the whole vehicle over. Was the designer on stilts when they dreamt this thing up? I mean, the Miljet is just as monstrous in its fueling price, considering its twin engines require a special grade of fuel to run. How stupid does Buckingham think we are? Whatever the case, in this rare occasion, I would strongly recommend the use of public transportation instead. That is, of course, until the producers told me about the Miljet's other party trick. Okay, let's start off with the big details. The Miljet series of planes are Buckingham's attempt at commercial passenger jets, aimed at private organizations and governments, rather than just the major airways. As with just about any Buckingham passenger jet, the entire thing gets its power from two turbofans, flanking the rear of the fuselage, just below the horizontal stabilizers. And the interior holds about 36 seats, but be honest with yourself, you'll never fill that many seats anyways. In theory, the Miljet could be a cozy ride for the production team, which helped bring you countless installments in the Middle East Freedom War franchise, such as Attack on Iraq, and their most recent production, Skies Over Yemen. Rumor has it the on-set crew consists entirely of drones. It seems that even the Air Force have to ride economy too, albeit in seats that have been ripped out of a 30-year-old city bus. The cockpit of the Miljet has a wide variety of controls for the pilot to, control things. Like this one here, lets you choose between spin cycle and quick rinse. Or maybe it's a thermostat. I couldn't tell you, because frankly it all looks like a science fiction film. Any one of these buttons could lead to catastrophic disaster, but they look fun to push. Not that you're supposed to, but the plane is sturdy, and can perform aileron rolls like an aircraft half of its size. However, it's no spring chicken either. Any airborne directional change feels reluctant and cumbersome. But that's really it though. It's a decent plane, nothing like a jet fighter, and certainly nothing akin to a prop plane. The Buckingham Miljet checks its box in the middle echelon between private and passenger jet. Whether or not the Miljet is a sensible addition to Uncle Sam's fleet, well, that's entirely up to your own discretion.